Well, this is the usual standard bank holiday traffic. It's Easter weekend, Good Friday tomorrow. Every man and his dog is heading to the southwest for the sunshine, even though right now it's currently raining a little bit. But I don't think this is just due to the excess traffic, because I've seen some blue lights going through, which makes me think there may have been a little faux pas further on down the M5, which is both sad and frustrating and annoying for every person stuck in this rubbish. And I'm still a firm believer that anyone who is found guilty of driving without due care and attention and causing an accident should be forced to pay the hourly rate of every person that is stuck in that traffic jam out of their own pocket or their insurance, because then people would definitely learn to drive properly. And yes, I have got my main beams on because I want to be seen, in case you're wondering why the blue light is on. A lot of people are giving a fair bit of space to me, thankfully, which is quite nice. Thank you, Mr. Ford Ranger, love that, excellent. Someone's pulled out, made a gap. Just watch for someone now who's arguably going to go for that little bit of space. No, everyone's happy in the lanes that they're in. Let's keep moving. I can smell something. I can smell something burning. I don't know if it's a fire that's caused the problem, or whether someone's just burnt their clutch out, stuck in traffic. Okay, there's a few bigger drops coming down, but I don't think it's going to last long. It's clear blue sky up there. Oh, but 4 days off. 4 days off work. I think it might be a DIY weekend. Got some little jobs to do around the house. Whoop. Love it. Get in. Oh, and he's pulled over to block me. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Or is he just meandering around because he has no idea what's around him? Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Turn the main beams off now because it's all flowing nicely and the line ahead is blue. I've refitted the Android Auto or phone mount to the screen mountings like I had it previously for the Italy trip. I prefer the position of it, but it does wobble about a bit at speed. I need to have a look to see if this here has some way of tightening it, or whether it's just flexing the plastic. I don't know, but it's just more in your face there rather than looking down at the handlebar clamp. Oh, and the sunshine, glorious sunshine. Oh, hiccups. So actually, no reason for it, just heavy volume of traffic. Cleared up now. I expect we'll get a little more now coming up to the junction for Weston-super-Mare, because it always is of an evening, regardless of whether it's a bank holiday or a Friday or Mother's Day or take your daughter to work day. It's always busy on that junction. And I've left slightly later tonight, expecting heavier traffic, so giving it a little bit of time to clear before I hit the road. The 600SS is still at Luigi Moto. It's been there 2 weeks now. I haven't had 2 new tyres fitted as well. The tread looked okay on them, but actually the age on them, they are probably, quite possibly, the first tyres that were on it. He said they were over 20 years old, and so is the bike, so maybe they were the original tyres. But then again, I think they probably, with 9,000 miles, probably the second lot, and just not being used very much. But no, we're going to put some new Michelins on there, freshen the rubber. He's changing the aspect of the front tyre. He's going from I think he said a 120 50 to a 120 40, which gives it more of a 120 40, which gives it more of a curve and makes it turn in much better. But he has had a bit of trouble tuning it because the exhaust that was on there was completely stripped out of all baffles and restrictions, which was killing any low down torque. So although it sounded pretty good, it was affecting the performance and the running of it. So I've got a second hand one. I'm keeping it standard, but a standard exhaust which they've got. They're going to put that on and then tune that up with it fitted. Not really sure when I'll get it back. He said he'd call me when it's done. The thing with Luigi Moto is they're so busy and they've got so many projects on the go that it does kind of lend itself to it'll be when it'll be. But I'm okay with that. It's not summer yet. It's not going to be a high mileage bike anyway. I think I'm going to pull in here rather than leave till the last minute. Have a little sneaky through, get a couple of spaces, that'll do me. Every little helps, as they say. Oh, that was probably the easiest I've ever come through that junction. You can do that again. I've set up the tyre pressure monitoring system to the bike. I had a little bit of trouble with the front wheel because the way the valve is and the big calipers on the front, it was catching the tyre valve cover that you put on, which has got the tyre pressure monitor sensor in it, the Bluetooth sensor. So I've had to modify that, but I've done that now, and now I've got my tyre pressures reading along with tyre temperatures. I think the front temperature is probably slightly lower because of the modification I've had to do, which is allowing a lot more wind in through the valve, but it is reading the pressures. And it's interesting how you can see how the pressures and temperatures change just through normal riding. You know, you hear about it on MotoGP and tyre pressure monitoring, faults and readings and penalties, time penalties. But actually, just through normal riding, these tyres do pick up sort of 3 or 4 psi, along with quite a bit of temperature. So the rear tyre currently is 30 degrees C, according to this, and it's gone up 3 psi from what it's set to at 35. The thing is, we're in a world now where things that we never needed years ago, we now can't live without. You know, I'd never worried about tyre pressures years ago, because if the tyre pressures were low, you felt it, and then you topped them up and you rode on. I never used to have a fuel gauge on a bike. You know, when it got low and it started to cough and splutter, you put it on reserve and drove to a petrol station. But nowadays, you know, I missed my fuel gauge when it wasn't working, and now I just like to keep track of my tyre pressures. And it's just strange how we've become so fixated on things that we never needed before. It's like sat nav. You know, how do we manage? Not long ago, you know, maybe a decade and a half since Android Auto and Apple CarPlay started. Probably not even that long ago, actually, nowhere near that long ago. But all of a sudden, you know, how did we get around those days when we had to try and find somewhere? We had to find somebody's house. Right, well, the blossom is out for spring. It looks lovely down here. I'm going to finish the ride now, and I'll catch up with you very, very soon, hopefully. Take care. Bye-bye now.